Thank you for taking this moment to breathe and to listen to what can change your life forever. My name is Ragnar Zinikas, and I'm the founder of Starpreneur TV, How to Dominate the Decade talk show, World Woman Conference and Awards, the creator of Coral Desk, the coach of the Changemakers, and co-author of the book From Zero to Success. My mission is to empower through education, and thank you very much for joining us today. I'm extremely sorry for being late. I appreciate your time. Thank you for being here, always supporting us with your presence and investing in yourself and in your time. So once again, we are sorry for the delay. And today I have the honor to talk with Sarah Nitin. She's from India. And Sarah, can you tell us who you are? What do you do? Tell us a little more about you.
Okay. First of all, namaste to everyone. My name is Sarah, and Sarah Nitin Rawat. I'm a full-time mother, a mother of a 4-year-old autistic child. So you can imagine my schedule and all. By profession, I'm an advertising professional, and I've worked into corporate for almost 6 years. But after my delivery and after having the issue with my child, I left my advertising career, and then I start working with the special need kids. So from last 3 years, I'm associated with many NGOs, and I'm an integral part of you can say a Loani India team. Here we are working with the special need child as well as with the special moms who have a special need kids, and we are trying our best to do some welfare programs for them to uplift the life of the special moms who have a special need kids.
Tell us more about your speaker career. Why do you, is it something which is your passion? What is your message? What are you talking about once you are out there on the field?
Okay, so being a speaker, I can say that from my college days, or you can say from my school days, uh, you know holding a mic and speak on social issues and all this was like my passion. And by the time the way I grow, by the time I pick up this thing, and I realize that when we speak about something, it impacts the people. So why don't we raise our voice? So I always feel that being a speaker, it's, it's a very it's a very innovative job, and it's very inspirational also. My talk can inspire the people. So then I pick up this not as a career but as my passion. I have conduct my talk on the different platforms like Josh Talks India, TEDx Unplugged. I've talked about on the different social issues what I feel that are important to discuss. Our society forget to discuss about all these. For the other people, it's called the small issues, but for me, it's very important. And this is the feeling where I feel, okay, this is need to be discussed, and this is the reason today I'm here discussing with you, talking to you on this platform.
What would you say today as a lot of women are actually battling by defining themselves, and most of us whoever have kids, we define ourselves through our kids, in a sense that whoever first asks us who we are, we say we are mothers. But what would you say today? What is your life purpose?
Yeah, I feel that being a mom it's a blessing. Motherhood is a blessing, but motherhood doesn't mean that just don't think about yourself, because most of the people told me, in fact people told me also, okay, you are a mom, your child is a special child, he's autistic child, he want you, and you are roaming around in the city, you are going for your talks and all. So now I would thank you so much for giving me this platform to raise my voice on this, that being a mother is doesn't mean that I don't have a life. I have my own life also, and I have a complete right to pursue my dream along with my child's welfare also. I'm a very good mother, I'm taking a good care of him, but the at the end of the day, if I'm not happy, I can't make him happy. So for me, to all the mother, I just want to convey this in that first think about your happiness. If you are happy, then only you can raise a happy child. If you want a happy child, first I have to be happy. This is it.
So what would you say? How do you distinguish yourself in life and also in your profession? Meaning that what do you see when I saw that you also do SEO and you do marketing and what would you say? What is something that you do differently and that draws people to you? Whether it's a personal trait or charisma or something, or whether it's something professional that you can say that I am absolutely brilliant in this.
Okay, so you said that yeah, maybe you have read my profile that I worked as an SEO. For me, when we talk about the SEO is not just about the digital marketing. There are so many factors, there are so many things in a SEO we cover. So obviously, when I left my job, that 9 to 5 job, the typical corporate job, that time I was like, no, because I am a being a working woman, being a working professional, it was very difficult for me to sit at home with a child. And that thing was like very difficult for me to cope up with the life, with the, because most of the time I was busy in thinking ki, oh, why God you gave me such a special child, how will I will what to do. That time I was clueless. Then one day I have decided, no, being a mother, again I will repeat that thing. Yes, I'm a mother, but I have my life too. Okay, now we'll come to the SEO part. Advertising and especially the content writing is my I can say ki it's not just my passion, but I'm very good in this. I'm very good in writing. Though I have delivered my talks on the different platform, but I feel that I'm very good in writing, and especially when it's about the own language. Because in India we speak Hindi. Hindi is our first language, and I'm very proud to speak in Hindi, right? So our people can relate in Hindi more. When I'm going on the different NGOs, when I'm meeting the people, when I'm meeting the students, when I'm meeting the parents, they can relate in the Hindi, they understand the Hindi more. So from that moment I start writing, and I'm very much sure and I'm very proud of myself that my debut novel is about to release next month. We are about to release the first teaser of my debut novel. So yeah, writing, I can say ki writing is my passion, and I'm very good in writing. And I can say ki, yeah, this gave me a relief, a kind of satisfaction. And obviously, being a speaker today, I'm talking to you, and this gave me a different kind of satisfaction ki yes, I have people where, or I have a platform where I can discuss what I think, what is my opinion. I am able to deliver my opinion to people.
So today, when we had a briefing with you about our interview, I always ask what is the passion and the message and the topic that you would like to share with our audience, and there was a very interesting topic that you wanted to talk about, and I'm really eager to understand what exactly do you mean. So let's go on the topic, which is the importance of men's liberation. So why is it important, and why should we listen to it?
Okay, so most of the people are very much people are very much aware about the women's liberation, or they are we always used to hear the woman empowerment, empower the woman, empower the nation. I'm absolutely agree with this. In fact, I must say that I'm an empowered woman, and that is the reason I'm sitting here and talking to so many people, and people are listening to me. That means I'm already empowered. But when we talk about the men's liberation, today I want to discuss about the men's liberation, how this idea came to my mind. Because since we all are facing this COVID and Corona situation, can't help it. We just can't help it. So we have only two options: either just sit at home and just feel sad ki okay everything is finished and can't do anything, and there is another one more option is there, that think on a different path. There are so many things to discuss, there are so many ways to cherish the life. So during this period I realized, initial 1 month was very difficult for me, because my household help was not able to come to join me, and domestic help was not here, so it was very difficult to manage a house as well as a child and a husband. From almost after a week, my husband told me, that was the very first time when he told me ki, okay, today you said I will prepare the lunch. So from this moment, this idea came to in my mind ki, yes, when we talk about the men's liberation means ki, yes, they are also a human. First we have to treat our boys, our men as a human. Like, I'm a mother of a 4 years old boy, and I feel that it's my duty, that how I'm raising my boy. If I want a future gentleman, so I have to work, I have to start working from right now. So I'm actually very much very thankful to my mother-in-law that she raised such a gentleman, that he know how to cook. It is not just about the household work, but I'm just talking about, if I talk about our society, if I talk about the India, in Indian mentality, most of the men's have this thinking, okay, I'm a man, I'm not going to do the house job, I will not take care of the child, though he is sitting on the sofa and having a cup of coffee and having his lunch and all, but he will not just change the diaper of a baby, because they always feel ki, no, I'm a man. But I feel ki, when we go to the root, then we will find that this is our women. We are always we are the most culprit in this, because their mom never teach them, okay, you are a man but you are also human. So who does this? So I feel ki my husband is able to cook, my husband is helping me just because his mother teach him to do all these things, because his mom always you can say ki she raised him as a human being. This is the one part. Second part is when we talk about the men's liberation, I think men's also have the same kind of emotions. I don't know, you may be aware or not, or maybe most of the people are aware that recently, almost I guess 3 days back, last Sunday, we have lost one of our film star, and he committed the suicide. So when we talk about all these things, so everybody said he was depressed. Why he was depressed? Because ultimately the bottom line is we always treat them as a macho man. Okay, you are a man, you can't cry. Being a mother, we used to say. In fact, I want to admit this thing that I always use this dialogue to my boy. Oh my God, you are a boy. Don't cry like a girl. Be a man, be a man. But now I realize what is the meaning of this be a man. We are just pressurizing them. Don't suppress their emotions. First, treat them as a human being. They have all the emotion, they have all the right to cry. But we always try to suppress their emotions. No, be brave, be a man, you are a boy, how can you cry? Don't cry like a man, don't cry like a girl. So this is all about the men's liberation. I All I want to say ki, if we want a better future, if we want a gentleman, future gentleman, why don't we work today? Why don't we work as a mom? Being a mom, I guess, I strongly felt this is my responsibility, like how I raise my gentleman, how I raise my boy in future, when he will be turned the 25, or when he will start his family. So there should no, I think in a family life or in everywhere, there is no place for male ego. We always discuss about the male ego, but ultimately we women are the culprit for this, because we always feel ki, okay, no, house, kitchen, cooking, taking care of child is my territory. How can I give him a permission to enter in my territory? I think this is the kind of think, I think most of the Indian women, if I'm talking about the women, so most of the women think like this. Oh no, you are a man. You can't wash the utensils. You can't wash the clothes. Why not? Just just share that load. It is not about the territory. It is about the, sharing the burden of a daily life.
So basically
So
what
from
we
this,
are sharing is the emotional intelligence. And I think whoever has been following all the interviews, then it's interesting how this topic comes out with very different angles. And in the end of the day, where we see and what we see in our society is that all the depression and stress is really ghost. And I think the awareness and the society really understands that the suppressed emotions which are there are causing in the end of the day all those problems which start within, and those are the reflection in our lives and the lives that we touch. So in that sense, I think it's not only a problem that we face in our homes. Obviously, it starts within us. It affects our homes. If we see also in our leadership, then this is something which I am really glad to see, that there is a huge shift going from only having your experience, taking into consideration your psychology, your mindset, and now really having the connection with the heart, which means that the connection with the emotions. And when for a lot of years have been taught to us, whether it's school, whether it's not to just deal with the emotions, but sort of to put the lid on it and get over it, is something that is causing all those problems. And really going into it and going through the emotions were seen as a sign of weakness. So that's interesting, very interesting angle, and I totally agree that whether it's India, whether it's Mexico, there's so much culture that also supports the belief system that those are the roles that have been there forever, and now we think that there's no other way. But again, in the end of the day, we all have our emotions. We all the people are made the same, no? So where the emphasis is and are, and I'm really glad that you touched the topic as from the point of a mother, how a mother can really reflect and guide. And I think a lot how we really grow our children, whether it's in our home environment or also in the schools. I think that there's a lot of work that needs to be done. I think that as you mentioned as well, Sarah, is that the the way that you react or I react as a mother has everything to do how this person, whether it's a boy or a girl, will be brought up. And I think a lot of teachers in our school systems should also understand the importance and the impact, more than even the importance, but impact that that in so many cases the emotional intelligence is so much more important than just teaching people. And this morning I had very interesting uh, conversation about teaching and learning and the difference between them. So I learned a lot. But to continue, what do you think? So what would be, from point of view, like a strong mother as you are, Sarah, what do you think, how could you really implement in, whether you are in India, whether you are in Mexico, like what you as a mother can do in your house to implement that you are the agent of change in your house.
Okay, so whenever we want to we always talk about the change in the society, change in the world, but I always feel yes, we can change the world, but first we have to start from our own self. First I have to start from my own house, I have to start from my boy. So right now I'm in that process, and I'm actually corona, yes, corona impact our life in different manner. Obviously we, or everybody is fighting against the corona. We are also praying that soon we'll be out of this. But I must say that there is one positive thing this corona gave me, or this corona gave, I think, so many people the time to sit quietly and think that what we actually want from our life. To be very honest, for me it's very easy to go on the stage, hold the mic and say ki, okay, change the world, we will change the world. But first, but how to change the world, nobody says. Everybody says ki, okay, let's do this, let's change the world, but how to do this, nobody will give you this idea. So this corona period actually gave me this time to sit quietly and think about this ki, okay, how to implement this idea. So as I mentioned that how my husband cope up with me, how he helped me during everything, uh, from the cooking to washing the clothes. He always share my burden, and it is not just about the household work, but he always share my mental pressure also. If I am tired, so he will talk to me, he will hug me, he will tell me, okay, what happened to you. So this is very important. And why I said it is important, because our boy, uh, for him, me and my husband, like, because we all are in a nuclear family, it's a can say it's an out tradition that unfortunately, because of our job and career, we are away from our families. Our family, my in-laws and all, they are in a different station, we are in a different city. So for my child, me and his dad, we are the role model. Whatever we are doing, he is observing. So why I said ki, if when we are starting, when we are talking about the change, we have to start from our home, because our child, directly or indirectly, they are observing each and everything. They are analyzing everything, they are observing everything. And here I want to share one small incident from today only. Like, I am very particular about few things. Like, I'm very particular about, okay, the moment you finish your coffee, just pick up that cup and keep it in the kitchen sink. So my boy, he always observe this thing, like how daddy pick up the cup and he put it in the kitchen sink. So he does the same. He remove his shoes and he quietly pick up his shoes and keep those shoes in the shoe rack. Though it's a very small thing, it's not a big act, keeping your shoes in the shoe rack. But the point is that from this moment, he is becoming the independent. He is not depend on someone else. Okay, someone else will come and he will pick up my shoes and keep my shoes in the shoe rack, or someone will do this for me. So it always starts from us. So I'm very happy that my child is learning. So this learning process always start from my house. It's always start from our own family. So right now I'm working with my family. Right now I'm working with my son, with my husband. And my I just want that I should be, I hope that I'm able to convey this fact to other people, ki how we can change the world with the small acts. you know Keeping your shoes in the shoe rack, very small act, but it's an act of kindness, it's an act of learning. So how this learning can change our life for a good, actually.
I totally agree, and I think we all, whether despite our age, we need routines, we need habits, we need even for if we want to be successful in whatever we do, then we need to have the structure. And when we don't have the structure, then the problems start. As they say that. As you set your morning, that will set your day, that will set your weeks, and that will set your years and decades to come. So I think all those little things are very important. I know that especially with kids that do have spectrum disorders,
Yeah.
it's even more important because that also calms them down because they know what to expect, and that gives them a lot of certainty. What I think we don't realize in our own life is the same. When we have those routines for our daily, whatever we do, and we have the habits, then we have the peace of mind and the certainty that we are implementing things in a certain way. Um, and in a lot of cases, that's actually a point when we feel anxious, then we need to really go back and look at our agenda. And it's so interesting, and that maybe that will help also you, that when we do have the agenda, then everything which is written down gets done, number one. But whatever we actually write down, I never thought about it before, but I was listening to one interview, and the mentor there was giving a very good advice. And he said, what we tend to do is that we put in our calendars everybody else's requests. And then we do the things which are important for us when we have time. So his recommendation was that first you put in your calendar everything what you see that are aligned with your core values. So we should define our 5 core values, which is usually when you ask from people, they say my family, my relationship, my faith, my health. But interesting things happen. When you open their calendar, none of those core things are in their calendar, and they don't have time for that. So how come they can be a value if there's no time for that? So that's another angle. Just you inspired me to speak about it, and from now on, I do my schedule, the first things which go there, and block the times which are really really important for me. And then if I have time for the rest of the people that want my attention, then I will allocate the time as well. But maybe that's something that you can try out, and then you can give us feedback. Did it work for you or no?
Yes, definitely. Why not? Why not?
So,
Definitely.
so tell us more about the book that you are going to release. Who is the audience? Why did you wrote that book?
Okay. So it was like for me, it was like a dream come true. My debut novel, you can say. It's a fiction story, but inspired from so many different women's life. Like throughout my life, now, yeah. Though I don't reveal my age, but here I would like to reveal my age. I am a 32 years old, and in last, I can say the 25 or 26 years, the women I met throughout my journey, from the different places, from the globally. So I have a little impact of all those women. That is why I one thing is in my, you can say this is my mantra for life, that travel as much as you can. Travel and talk to people. You will learn and you will grow beautifully. So my novel is a kind fiction story inspired from the different women whom I met during my last 25, 26 years journey. It is all about their struggle, the life from their angle. Everybody have a different perspective. Everybody have a different angle. The way of thinking is different. So how we see the world from their angle. The novel is all about this, and the novel is available in English. Soon I will share with you and all of with you. So it is all about, you can say, yes, I talk about the men's liberation. I completely believe in the women empowerment also. So my novel is all about the women empowerment, but it is not about the banner and protest and all. It is all about the simple women, how they deal with their life, what is their thinking, happiness in small, small acts, and how we can enjoy the life. It is
Beautiful.
all about that.
So, what do you think? What the future will bring to you, Sarah, personally and professionally?
Okay, on a personal ground, I'm very happy. Yes, as I mentioned earlier also that my boy is having some issues. By God's grace, I would say that he's on a borderline of autism. So he's a hyperactive child. He's a, we say he's on a borderline of autism. So his intelligence level is quite good, and he's learning. And you know, there is always a blessing in disguise. Like, just because of my son's situation, I met so many amazing people around the world. I met my sister Caroline just because of my son. So there is always a blessing in disguise. So on a personal level, I'm very happy, I'm very satisfied with my life, and I'm very much sure that God gave me this beautiful life. So obviously God have a very beautiful and good plan for me, for my family. That's it. And on a professional ground, yes, time is changing. Time is the future is all about the technology. The as soon as possible, we will accept the technology. Will get pro with the technology. This will be beneficial for us, because this corona time actually teaches so many about so many apps, so many new technology. So future is all about the technology, and I promise myself ki, okay, I will learn the new skills to, I will keep myself updated to grow professionally.
Beautiful. So I want to thank you, everybody that joined us today. So here in Zoom and also in Facebook. If you have any questions or comments, this is the best time to leave them where if you are in Zoom at the chat area, or if you're watching under the Facebook, then I see the questions that you ask under the profile of Ragnar Sinikas immediately. And if you ask them under the profile of Coral Desk, then after the session, I will take a look there. And if we have any questions, we will answer them. So until the questions are coming in, Sarah, what would be your 3 recommendations how to dominate the decade?
Okay, recommendation, to give a recommendation is a little bit difficult for me. Uh, but yeah, if, if you say that how to conclude this thing, I must say that how to dominate the decade. First thing, that we have to work on our mental health. If we are mentally healthy, yes, obviously physical health also matters. But if we are mentally healthy or mentally fit, we can fight with any situation. We can win everything if we are mentally strong. So if you want to dominate the decade, first be strong mentally, physically, both. Second thing, if you want to dominate the decade, please, we have to be a little bit kind. If we are kind, we can win we can dominate the decade. So we have to be a, being a human, we have to be a little kind, mentally healthy, physically fit. We have to start from our own self before teaching anyone else, before preaching to people. We have to start on our own self, who we are, how we are, and how we see ourselves after 10 years or after 20 years. So we have to start working from this moment only.
Beautiful. So we have a question here. You are a marketing specialist. Could you clarify the following terms for me? First one is marketing incentives. The second one is promotion, and the third one is public relations.
Okay. First of all, I would like to clarify that I was into digital marketing. It was all about the branding and promotion, and the campaign. We call this the brand campaign when we design the online campaign and all. Okay. So right now we are in the situation where the digital marketing, or you can say the advertising, is the future. So all the marketing people, switch yourself, just be friendly with the technology, learn the new terms, because I left my career 6 years back. So in last 6 years, things are changing, technology is changing. The only one thing is there, if whatever we are going to do, just please keep yourself updated always. If you are updated, you can win the market. Market is yours. There is no rocket science about the marketing.
Okay. John, if you have any more specific questions, then please add some details. And until it does so, what are you most grateful for?
Sorry, what is my favorite?
What are you most grateful for?
I'm grateful for everything because God gave me this life. I'm, I'm, I'm healthy. I'm alive. So I'm grateful for everything, for each and everything, whatever God gave me. I am talking to you right here, right now. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for everything.
Beautiful. So, who's the person you admire the most?
Okay, there are on a global platform, there are so many people whom I admire the most, but I think on a personal level, I admire my mother-in-law. The way she raised my husband is very amazing, and I wish that I will raise my son in the same manner. So I admire her being a mom. She raised a gentleman.
Beautiful. So true that we have to start from ourselves and start to act with little changes. So, if someone wants to contact you or someone wants to reach out to you, how they can do so?
They can contact me via Facebook. I guess that Facebook is the most easiest way to connect with anyone. They can drop a message in Messenger, and obviously according to that, we can chat, we can discuss on the different issues, whatever is possible for me. We can discuss. So I guess that Facebook is the easiest medium to connect with me.
And what is your profile names, just in case that I'm not sure where people are looking us, and this video goes up to YouTube as well afterwards, so they might not see your profile there. So what is the name of your profile?
Okay, my profile name is Sarah Nitin Rawat. Nitin is my husband, and I love him so much, so I just add his name with me.
Okay. So what would be the message that you'd want to leave with our audience today to close the session?
For everyone, there is only one message, that just be kind and be grateful for whatever we have. Especially when we are living in a situation where we don't know we will be alive or not, what will be tomorrow. So just leave all your tensions and everything, and just be happy, live in this moment, and always in every second just be thankful for everything, whatever we have. Just be grateful.
Beautiful. Let me see. Social media is the vehicle that we use to do marketing incentives, promotions, and public relations. Social media or traditional marketing, it makes no difference. You still perform these functions. Thank you. Those are great tips. So, whoever you watched today's session, I hope that you got encouraged, especially if you are in those situations where you think the same way as Sarah was mentioning, that why I was blessed with a child that has difficulties or is different. So I think that it really pushes us out of our comfort zone.
Yeah,
And it's really giving us I think the greatest lesson in our lives, which is really to see people as they are, and not look at the people in sort of boxes that they say that those boxes do not exist. And the more time goes by, I tend to agree more and more. And especially when we see around the world what's going on today with the diversity, with inclusion, and how important it has always been important, but now the problems are surfacing in a way that it cannot be ignored anymore. And I think when we Sarah's message was a beautiful message today, because she invites us to start with ourselves, start with our homes, to make the difference in our lives and therefore make the difference in the world. So today I invite you to do the same. You can be the hero of your life by taking action and start to do and apply all of that in your life, in your home, whether you are a mom or a dad, or whether you're not still one, but you want to become one, then keep that advice that was shared with us today in mind. And you can become the hero of someone else's life by sharing this video, because you never know when there's a person, and especially parents, which are struggling in delivering their parenthood, whether it's caused by external circumstances or whether it's caused by internal circumstances, then I think it's a great motivation, great thing to listen to, and really say to yourself that I'm okay and I'm going to be okay. So become the hero of your life and someone else's life. And Sarah, thank you very much for joining us. I know it's very late in India. Thank you for taking the call that late. And I hope you will inspire and motivate a lot of people in India and in worldwide. Keep spreading your word, and I hope to talk to you very soon again.
Thank you so much. Again, namaste. Good night, Shubharatri. And it was actually a wonderful experience, sharing with you and with the other audience. It was amazing experience for me. And yes, there is one more appeal. If the parents, whoever is listening to us, whoever is watching us, or whoever will watch this video later, they can contact me. Don't feel alone. If you have a special child, doesn't matter whatever his situation, ADHD, AST, autism, Down syndrome, feeling alone, just talk to me. And this is not just for a social media. I'm saying this with the complete confidence that yes, I am able to help you out.
Beautiful. Thank you for the invitation. So
Thank you so
we
much.
will see you tomorrow here at the same time at 11 a.m. sharp. And thank you very much for investing in yourself and with your time and with your attention, and have a marvelous day. Thank you.
Thank you.